Alright, so today we're continuing work on my HP Z440 project. Got this one on the whole eBay for $120, give or take, and works fantastic. The big key thing was that it came with the 512M.2, came with 32 gigs of memory, decent CPU, and it came with a Quadro M4000. Now the Quadro M4000, although not a slouch, okay, maybe it is a slouch. We need something a little better for it, so I'm going to keep working on this project, but before we do that, I need a better graphics card. So for this budget project, I decided to do the right thing. Got on the whole eBay. It's kind of addicting. I wonder if there's a support group for that. But anyways, and I found the cheapest, questionable, suspicious graphics card that I could find. And it's rough and it's a little nasty, so let's check it out. Now, kudos to the seller for sending me this in a Nighthawk AC 1900 smart Wi-Fi router. Yeah. And this is what we got. And let's just say, that sticks. This is kind of sticky. It has an odor and it's pretty gross. Yeah, this is definitely no bueno. But the seller says it works. So the bag, CyberPower RX 580, just the 8 gig version, and that's what I got. So I got this on the whole eBay, paid $40, free shipping. I think the tax was like $2 or $3. It wasn't much. But yeah, so roughly $40 for this graphics card. Now you're probably saying, well, $40 for an RX 580. Probably could have spent $80 to $100 on a better, nicer version, but that would make sense, and I'm not about that. Let's see, 222, don't know what that means. Let's take that off. I mean, for the front, it looks really clean. Yeah, it don't look nice, you know, the whole carbon fiber look. Yeah, pretty nice. But then when you get to the back, that's where we have problems. And if you look at it, it's pretty sticky, gross. Ooh, the warranty sticker is good. That might, you know, that might help. The power connector, yeah, it's got that junk on it. And what makes it even more concerning is it's right all over here. Now, as far as like the whole texture thing, it's sticky. And it kind of appears like somebody spilled some, you know, the whole soda cola action on it. So, yeah. So now in this situation, we got a couple of options here. So, you know, the first option is clean this up, hope for the best, and make sure that, you know, we're not going to cause no damage. Yeah. Or I'm just going to do the right thing, which is probably the best thing to do, especially since I'm still under that whole eBay guarantee. As the seller did say it worked, I'm going to plug it in a computer and hope it doesn't blow up my garage. So let's fire it up and let's see if the seller was lying or not. Now, when you're buying on eBay or when you buy any used hardware, I preach this a lot and sometimes I don't practice it on my videos, but you need to test them first before you do anything. And the reason why is if you're buying from eBay, you test it, it doesn't work, I could get my money back on that. And the same thing kind of sort of with the Facebook marketplace. I mean, the seller can't argue that you tampered with it, but then again, the seller doesn't have to give you their money back, but that's another story. So we're going to pop this in. I've already checked these connectors over here. They don't seem to be questionable with that liquid stuff, so that's a good thing. So let's use my trusty X299 test bench. This one uses a 4-pin, so let's, you know, make that happen. A little, you know, hesitant going in, but it'll be fine, right? I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous about this. Let me play it safe. You know, just in case we have some sparkles. Alright, here goes nothing. Fans are spinning. That's a good thing. It's a good sign. Time for the whole smoke test. Don't smell anything smoking, so that's good. Now, will it give me a video? Now, I kind of restarted, but then again, this motherboard's a little finicky lately, so graphics card still might be good. My debug thing shows that everything is as is. I wonder if I need to turn the monitor on. No signal. Let's see what I can figure out. Alright, so I'm not getting a video. So now, like I said, I'm still within the warranty, so we have decisions to make. I could just risk it for the $40, try to take it apart, clean it up, and see if it will work, but then I can't return it. Or we could try to do some type of repair or some attempt of trying to clean it to make it work. So first thing I'm going to try to do is, if you see these pins over here, I'm actually going to try to clean them up with the whole alcohol thing. it's not going to be noticeable that I cleaned it. It's not going to look like I tampered with it. So I'm going to try that first and see if that works. I mean, at this point, I just want to get this thing to kind of, you know, boot up, get a test. But if I can't do that, then, I mean, at that point, I'll just reach out to the seller and the whole eBay thing, get my money back. So we're just going to, you know, clean these pins. Sometimes they get dirty, the contacts get corroded or anything. I mean, they look mostly clean. But then again, it is a little dark on here, so a little dirty. But not terrible. Let's do that over here. Now, there are better methods to clean these pins. And, yeah. We're just doing this just so we could try to salvage this. I just want to get a video. The seller said it had a video, and that's why I bought it. Despite this being grossly disgusting. Yeah, that's just coming up from those pins. Alright, looks a little better, but man, we got that cake stuff right over there, which is concerning. So, let's pop it in and let's see if this works. Here we go, round 2. Still nothing. So now if you look, see I got the white light over there, which kind of shows me that everything is working, but this thing is still refusing to give me a video. Let me think about this for a sec. Well, things escalated quickly. So I kind of remember with the whole older graphics cards, sometimes you have to enable that whole CSM thing in the BIOS and disable the UEFI and all that stuff. So we did a bunch of that nonsense and it still won't display. So I plugged in a second graphics card, made this one the secondary, was able to install the drivers. But one thing that's kind of concerning me, I don't know if you see it right over there, but it says GPU clock 0 megahertz, which that's not good. It should definitely show something. And if I switch to my 1650, 1485, and it's also giving me a code 43 when I go to device manager. So I'm not having my hopes on this one. I did try this on 2 different rigs, kind of thinking that maybe my test rig might have something wrong with it. It did the same thing on 2 different rigs. So yeah, kind of running out of options over here. So the final option that I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and flash the BIOS. If this doesn't work, then I guess I got a bum card. So the whole flash procedure is really pretty much easy. You go to Tech Power Up's website, you could go to their database, VGA BIOS collection, find the one that you're looking for, and you could go to the software. I think it's over, if you go to our software or wherever it's at, downloads, and you can download the AMD ATI flash one. So I've already downloaded it. I got the BIOS that I need. The good thing about this software is that it's kind of Windows based. Well, it's not kind of, it is Windows based. So it's already got a graphics card, Polaris 10, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to load the image, go to our downloads, 580 ROM, and we're going to hit the program button and hopefully fix it. So let's see what happens. It says your VBIOS was programmed successfully. I'm going to hit OK. You have to reboot the system before the changes take effect. Let's hit yes. So let's reboot it. We'll load up GPU Z and we'll see if it keeps saying the whole 0 thing, and then we'll try the card by itself. This might fix it, it might not fix it, but at this point, nothing to lose, everything to gain. Well, unfortunately, we can't save her. So after multiple BIOS flashes, tried different revisions, ones with lowered clocks and everything, even for some ones that wasn't recommended for it, it still just won't come back to life. And the biggest thing is that it's showing GPU clock 0 megahertz, running this as a secondary card. Even when I run it in as the primary, it just doesn't give me no screen or anything. So unfortunately, that is the gamble that you get. I mean, even in Windows, it still keeps giving me that little, that little warning thing, and it gives you that whole code 43. Typically, when you have a code 43, in just my experience, more so than not, it is hardware related. So that's the gamble that you take with eBay, unfortunately. I mean, the good thing about this one is the fact that the seller has a return policy and they advertise that, hey, this does work. So I'll reach out to the seller. I'll take pictures. Like, for example, I'll show them this, the GPU clock and just different other things that I've done. And yeah, they're going to have to give me my money back. And if not, eBay will go after them. It might be a little long process if it has to go down that route. But regardless, I mean, at least I have some security that I bought something that was claiming to be working, despite it being gross and disgusting. And well, it doesn't work. So unfortunately, this thing doesn't work. But I mean, it's fine. It's the risk that I took, but the seller did say it worked, and well, for some reason, I have no clue or no reason why this beautiful card wouldn't work. Yuck, sticky. But at least we get to go through the process of actually popping in the computer, trying it out first, verifying it that it does work or it doesn't work before we took it apart. Because once we take this thing apart, you know, we send it back to the seller, or the seller asks for pictures and he sees that we tampered with it, he can argue and he would have a justifiable case that our tampering with it did mess it up. And I kind of expected it. I mean, we don't know where the spill action goes, and I would love to open this thing up and really, you know, see how bad it is, but in the end, it's not worth it. I'd rather get my dollars back and find something else that's questionable and suspicious to buy that probably won't work. So until then, you know, gambling on eBay, that's exactly what it is. It can be a gamble. I actually have another video that should be coming out or has already been out about buying something else, and actually scored on that one, and I'll talk about that in another video, so stay tuned for that video. But we'll get this thing back to the seller, get my dollars back, and find something else to do. So comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, concerns, criticism, questions, anything else that I would have missed that you think that I could have done to test this thing better. I mean, I don't know. I'm out of thoughts of ideas. So if you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and as always, we'll see what eBay goodness I come up with next.